I'm blabbering so much. Someone stop me. I feel cute today. I don't know. It's a vibe. I'm recording there. I'm recording sound. And then I'm gonna have to record here. These videos are getting more and more complicated. Let me just say. Hi friends. Welcome back to my channel. Today I will be doing my June TBR. Which means, if you haven't guessed it already, which you probably have, that I'm going to randomize my TBR. That's kind of how I pick my TBR nowadays. I typically use a random number generator to pick my TBR for the month that is coming. So in June, I'm going to participate in Whateverathon, which is a readathon hosted by Maddie from Book Browsing Blog here on YouTube. Whateverathon is a month-long readathon where you can read whatever you want. Well, I can't because I'm gonna pick my TBR with a random number generator, but you get the idea. There are so many levels to this readathon. There's like tons of prompts and like you get bonus points for so many things, reading LGBTQ plus books or like a team host's favorite, because the thing is there's also 5 teams in this readathon. Of course, I couldn't decide which team I wanted to belong to. We have like a fantasy team, a contemporary team, a middle grade team, and I had no clue. You don't typically need to read the genres of your team. You can read whatever you want. So staying true to the brand, I used a random number generator to decide which team I should join for the readathon, and it looked something like this. Yeah, so I ended up in the team Dreams and Drama Queens, which is the green team that is hosted by Ashley and Maddie. That's the team. I will participate in the Whateverathon and I'll try to just like match as many prompts as I possibly can. I will link Maddie's announcement video and all of that stuff down below. The thing with the Whateverathon is that you get bonus points if you read one of the team hosts' favorite books. Maddie's book, Maddie who's the host and Maddie who's my team host, one of her favorite books is Strange the Dreamer. And I have read Strange the Dreamer, but I have not read the sequel, Muse of Nightmares. It is allowed that if you have read that particular book from a series, you are allowed to read the sequels in that series and still get the points for the favorite book prompt. My one goal for the month of June and for the Whateverathon is to read Muse of Nightmares. Let's just get to the randomization because this is gonna take a while. This time I'm gonna try and do the randomization on my phone. So as per usual, I will randomly pick books from different categories. I have 5 categories. The first one is my physical TBR, the one that I own, that I have here on my shelves in my room at the moment. The second one is to pick a book from my Goodreads Want to Read list. The third category is to pick a book from my Goodreads reading challenge. Basically, I have a list of books that won or were nominated for the Goodreads Choice Awards. I have a list of books from those categories that I would like to read, so I'm just gonna pick a random number from that and read that book. You will see how that looks like. And the fourth category is my currently reading. So I will go into Goodreads, check my currently reading, because I have way too many books on my currently reading that I need to get through. And fifth and final category is NetGalley arcs. That will add up to 5 books. If I don't fit Muse of Nightmares anywhere in there, I'm still gonna add Muse of Nightmares, and I might throw in some other fun books. First category, my physical TBR. I counted it last night, and I think I'm correct, and it should be up to 44 books. It might include some of the books I'm currently reading, but not all of the books I'm currently reading. Minimum is 1, maximum is 44. Let's just go. 3, 2, 1. No, wait, 1. 4. Okay. I'm not gonna look. It's gonna be a surprise. Let's put this one on my gimbal and we'll go to the shelf and pick book number 4. Okay, let's go to my shelf. You saw it in my latest video. And as you know, I start counting from here and we already see what it is. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. It's this one. The first book that was picked for me for my June TBR was Beer Town by Fredrik Backman. I just finished reading a Fredrik Backman book, so why not head for the next one? I don't know that much about this one. What I do know about this book compared to Fredrik Backman's other works is that this is one that is a lot more serious. We're following like a hockey team in a small town in Sweden, and there's this sort of thing going on, and like the hockey team's star gets accused of having assaulted a girl. This just stirs up a lot of things in this little town. I think this will be a very interesting read. I think it will be a lot heavier, if possible, compared to Backman's other books. Perhaps not as funny, at least. This is also longer than Fredrik Backman's other books. About 460 pages long. But yeah, this is my first read for June. And let's just get to the other stuff. The next category I will pick my book from is my Goodreads Want to Read list. And I checked and I currently have 353 books on my Want to Read. Could be literally anything and everything. From 1 to 353. Randomize. 197. And let's just go. 197 was the number. So let's step forward a bit. Okay, let's see what it is. Let's start here. Okay, we have Vanishing Half, Buy Yourself the Fucking Lilies, Homebody, King of Elfham, Hating Game, Shades of Magic, Untamed. Okay, what will it be? What will it be? Kim Yi-young, Born 1982 by Cho Nam-ju. This is nice. This is a shorter novel. Korea's new feminist movement follows one woman's psychic deterioration. Interesting. I don't know that much about this one. As I said, I add literally any book. It's a contemporary, it's a translated work, and it's short. That's also nice. I'll have to figure out how I'll fit this into Whateverathon. I'll talk more about how I fit things into Whateverathon later on. So those were the first two categories. Now for my third one, and as I said, my third one is to pick a book from my Goodreads Choice Awards Reading Challenge. And for that I have my life journal where I have dedicated spreads to the books I do want to read for my Goodreads Choice Awards Reading Challenge. This list is 52 books long. Some books may appear multiple times because they might have been nominated for multiple categories. I think I did a recount where I tried to exclude the ones I had read or thought that I would finish within the next few days. So when I did that count, this list is now 32 books long. So I'm just gonna do the random number generation from 1 to 32. And then from 1 to 32. And let's just go. Randomize. Now. 16, okay. So 16 is the number. Let's just go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, not this one because I actually finished reading this one today, so no, 14, 15, uh-oh.
Ah, 16. I think I counted with this one. I'm currently reading this one. I'm like 40% through it. I don't remember if I counted this one in my 32. I'm gonna check. Either this one is 16 or this one is 16. Yes, okay, so apparently it's 32, including my currently reading such as Hood Feminism and Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Hood Feminism it is! Hood Feminism by Mickey Kendall. I've started reading it. I think I'm like 40-50% through it. Oh wait, this was actually picked for my April TBR. So yeah, I obviously didn't complete my April TBR. The universe is trying to tell me that I should really try and finish this book. The next category to pick from is my currently reading. I don't remember how many books are on my currently reading. I'm just gonna have a quick look on my computer. Let's say 7. And this time we're just gonna do from 1 to 7 and let's go. It's 5. Well, here's my currently reading. So 1, 2, 3. This one I will finish this month, hopefully even this week, The Song of Achilles, so not counting that one. So that means 4. This is also another one that I will be finishing this month. I still have like 10 days to go and I'm listening to this one, so I'll finish it within like a week or something. So that would have been number 5, but it's not, so like disregarding that one. 5. Life of Pi by Jan Martel. If you've seen the movie, it's about the boy and the tiger on a boat. That's the book. It's fantastical. It fits the theme. It fits the Whateverathon theme. That's cool. That's cool. That's okay. That makes me happy. At least I'm getting some prompts from this. The 5th and final category that I will be picking a book from is my arcs, my NetGalley arcs. I have 13 arcs. Only 3 of them are available. The rest I need to figure out some way of getting them, which might be like a bit bothersome. But yeah, I'm just gonna have to go for it. So from 1 to 13 and random. 11. Okay, so it's not one of the newer arcs. I go on my shelf. We have 1, 2, 3, none of them. And then I'll go give feedback. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Damn it. 11. Okay. Metal Bones by Kathleen Contine. It's a new adult sci-fi. It looks very cool. It was published last year. Finding a cure for his brother's steel elbow, a deadly disease that is slowly turning his bones into metal. So Metal Bones will be my 5th read for the month of June. Why did I request this one? Well, I don't remember. By the way, here's the list of like the Whateverathon prompts. There's 15 of them outside of the like bonus points prompts, the LGBTQ host fave and team genre. At the moment, these are the books including these 3 that I have on my TBR for June that were picked for me randomly. I will probably read many more books and I will try and figure out some of the prompts, so I'm actually gonna think about these books for a while and come back to you and talk about which prompts I plan on having them cover for the readathon. Each book is allowed to cover 3 of the 15 prompts, which is awesome. But I can already say that I also plan on reading Muse of Nightmares by Laini Taylor for the host fave book. I haven't read this one. I'm actually really excited about this one. In Strange the Dreamer, we're following Laszlo Strange is his name, and basically he feels the most at home at a library where he reads about this lost city of Weep, I think it was called. Basically, he did a lot of research about this lost city, and then he is picked to accompany a group of people to this lost city, and this city had something to do with gods, and there are still gods there, but they are kind of stuck or something. And then there's a girl with powers to produce moths. Strange the Dreamer was so much better than I expected it to be, so I do have quite high hopes for this one, if I'm being honest, and I'm excited to finish a series. At the moment, these are the books that I plan on reading in June. I will get back to you soon when I have done some research about what prompts to check off and if there are any other books I would like to read.
2 days later.
Hi, I'm back. It's been a couple of days since I randomized my TBR because I needed some time to think through what prompts from the Whateverathon my books might fit into. And I also added a few books that I'm intrigued by and that fits the prompts and so on. So I actually have like a bit of a sheet list here because it's a lot to keep up with. I'm just gonna go through the books I plan on reading in June and what prompts they might fit with for the Whateverathon. And this is not like the conclusive and final list. The books might change, except for the ones I randomized, of course. And also like the prompts might change depending on if I realize that they fit in somewhere else. It will be an adventure. From my randomization TBR, I did get Beer Town by Fredrik Backman, and for this I have said that it works with the theme color because the theme color is green, which the font is, or the title is here. That's why I'm wearing a green shirt. It also fits with the prompt for a book that was hauled within the last year. The next book I got from my randomized TBR thing was Kim Yi-young, born 1982, and for this I will be able to match the prompt of reading something with POC representation. Not sure about the other ones, so if you have any ideas for what other prompts might fit this book, please let me know. But at least that's one prompt and some points. Hood feminism. Non-fictions are a bit more difficult to fit into this readathon, I feel like. I do have it down for out of my comfort zone because it is non-fiction. It's not what I typically pick up, and also POC rep because it's written by a black author. It's about the black women and Latino women and non-white women. Life of Pi was picked from my currently reading books. This one actually matches the theme genre. The theme is called Dreams and Drama Queens, and the genre is sort of like magical fantasy, not necessarily epic high fantasy, but like fantastical. And this is definitely fantastical. At least I think so. When I think back to the movie had like a lot of pretty lights and like flying whales and stuff, so it sounds pretty fantastical to me. Then I had Metal Bones, which is the arc that I need to read, and this one works with the prompts of reading an author's debut novel. It also works for out of comfort zone because I don't typically read science fiction, and it also works for self-published or indie publication. Then we have some books that I would just like to get to if it's possible, mainly because I want the extra points of reading LGBTQ+ books, and also For the readathon, you kind of pledge how many books you would like to read, and I pledged 8 books, and I only drew 5 books from my randomization thing, so I needed to add books anyway. So might as well go for the LGBTQ plus ones and get some extra points for that. I do plan on reading Heartstopper Volume 4. It was recently released. I read the other 3 volumes. Basically, we're following these 2 guys, Nick and Charlie, who they become friends, but soon enough that friendship develops into something else. It's just a very wonderful graphic novel that is very inclusive and very diverse, and it definitely fits the LGBTQ plus prompt. It also fits the mental health representation, and it also fits, I think, a pride flag. This cover might sort of be like the bi pride flag or the gender fluid one. I also, as I said, I plan on reading Muse of Nightmares. With this one, it is a host fave. It's Maddie's favorite, or like her favorite series, so it fits for that. It also goes with the theme genre. Okay, I know this is technically epic/high fantasy, but I actually asked in the Discord, and Maddie herself did say that she counts this as a fantastical book more than a epic fantasy, which I get because the writing is so lyrical and beautiful, so it feels more flowery and fantastical. Maddie says it counts, so it's gonna count. I am participating in the Ember in the Ash Along read-along. In June we're supposed to read the sequel in that series, and the sequel is A Torch in the Night. I can count this for buddy read because a read-along is basically like this huge buddy read, so that's what I'm gonna do for that one. Not sure about other prompts that this one might fit into. I then also did a poll on Twitter for 4 different LGBTQ plus books. I put down All Boys Aren't Blue, The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, Red, White and Royal Blue, and also Perks of Being a Wallflower. The poll is not over yet. I believe it's like a couple of hours left on that one. What's currently in the lead is Red, White and Royal Blue, with The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo as a very close second. I think it will be Red, White and Royal Blue, and I think the final book I will add to this tentative TBR is Black Flamingo, mainly because it's short and I have access to it as an audiobook. This also goes for a host favorite book, and of course it's also LGBTQ plus and also POC representation, so that's pretty nice. So how many books does that add up to? 10 books! As I said, I pledged 8 books. Of course you can read more books than 8, or whatever you have pledged, whatever your goal is. 5 of them are the randomized TBR books. 1 of them will be Muse of Nightmares, and then the rest will probably just be random LGBTQ plus books, and also the read-along book, of course. I guess that's my TBR for June then. I'm very excited about this TBR actually. I'm excited about finishing up a couple of books. I'm excited about actually finishing this series, reading Muse of Nightmares. I'm also excited about these ones, and of course all the LGBTQ plus and just figuring out the prompts and so on. I think that will be a lot of fun. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye!
You gotta just go for it. Don't think about what comes after or what came before.
And the thing is, I accidentally deleted iMovie. Long story short, I wanted to connect an external monitor to my laptop, and I thought I needed to update some shit because it didn't work out, and when updating I started deleting stuff, but typically my iMovie is my external hard drive, and I deleted iMovie from my internal hard drive, but still the one from my external hard drive stopped working. So like, what, first of all, that shouldn't happen, but it happened. So then I needed to do the freaking update in order to be able to download iMovie again, and I already started editing this freaking video because I had like 50,000 different files and stuff, and because I had like the audio recording, and screen recording, and another screen recording, and this recording, and also my and now this finally. So I had started editing that video, and I'm verified now that everything's gone, unless I was saved in some like iMovie project sort of folder that you get access to once you have iMovie again. I'm very nervous about this. This video is coming up tomorrow, hopefully. What's the time? My thought that the best goes. Now I'm stressed about this. Hold up, I should bring a book for this. I'll show you later. This is what happens when you're dependent on things. I'm gonna get some gimbal action, and it's upside down. Why do I do this to myself? Because I want quality. I'm always in a weird mood though. Can I pop the collar? Hold up. It's not much of a collar to pop.